Diamond YouTube, and welcome back to Theme Deck Corner. Today we are going to be looking over the Fennekin theme deck, released way back at the start of the X and Y block. It partners with the Chespin deck that we looked at in the previous episode, and the Froki deck that we'll be looking at in the next episode. Pretty much the idea here is to see which deck that we prefer. In our previous game, spoilers a little bit, Chespin did pretty okay. I think we had a little bit of luck on our side, but we're going to see how well Fennekin does. So to start us off, we're going to look over Delphox, who is our main goal, I want to say, to get it to in this deck. Delphox is that 140 HP base Pokemon that Stage 2 Pokemon that has for 1 Fire Energy and 1 Colorless Energy, you have Will-O-Wisp for 30 damage, and for 1 Fire Energy and 3 Colorless, you have Fire Blast. And it's 120, but you do have to discard an energy after the attack. We're going to be looking... We do have 2 copies of a Fletchling. We have Furfrou and Furfrou. We have Inkay, Poochyena, Mightyena, good old Fennekin, Braixen. We already seen Delphox. We have Pansear. And we have Slugma. The one thing I do like immediately before I get to the trainers of this deck over Chespin's is the energy costs of the attacks. They're not as high as Chespin's were for whatever reason, but it might be balanced out in the sense of these guys may not have as much HP. I don't know. I have a preference of being able to attack quickly, so this deck has a little bit more favoritism to me so far, but we gotta watch and see how it plays out first. On to the trainers. We have 4 Pokeball. We have 2 Pokemon Catcher, which are like a item-based Lysander. Not as good because you actually have to flip a coin, but it can get you out of a pinch if necessary. We have Switch, we have Tyranno, and again 12 Darkness Energy and 12 Fire Energy. So I want to see just how well we do here, and I'll be back with you in just a moment with our first battle. And our first game is going to be against Jakata, who's playing the Zapdos deck from Roaring Skies. We get to call the flip today, and we're going to go Tails. We won the coin flip, something that's not usual on this channel. We are going to go first. Getting that opportunity to set up is pretty important. We're going to see we have a Fennekin as a start. And our opponent was not lucky to get any Pokemon, or basics, so he will have to get a fresh hand, giving us an opportunity to draw an extra card. He seems to have a benched Pokemon benched? No, he has an active Pokemon this time, so we're going to go for the Fennekin as the active, because it's really the only option we have. He's going to set 1 benched. I will set up our Fennekin as a bench. And, of course, I'm going to draw that extra card, because you never know. I got another Pokeball, so I could lead it. I got a 3rd Pokeball! So there's a high chance we might be seeing Delphox in this episode. I'm going to attach the Fire Energy to Fennekin, and I'm going to hold off on Pokeballing right now. If I draw Delphox before I play Braixen, I can save those Pokeballs and go into something else. Maybe another Braixen, maybe another Delphox. So I'm just going to simply end the turn. I want to see what the opponent's going to try and set up for. Most likely the Zapdos that's currently on the bench. He is going to go for a Tyranno, so he's going to draw 3 cards. And from that, we're going to see maybe an energy drop. No, he got a Voltorb. Going to see some more electric. There's the energy drop that we've been wanting on the Zapdos. We got a Fire Energy, so I'm simply going to attach that to Fennekin, and I'm going to evolve into Braixen, because there's no negative to this. I can simply just go for a Flamethrower, and I'm going to knock out the Execute. And, sorry, not Flamethrower, Fire Breathing. And regardless of this coin flip, I'm still going to knock it out. So 80 damage down, and we're going to get our first prize, and it's a Pokemon Capture. So what this could do is he might lead in the Zapdos. He is. He's going to get that 20 damage, hopefully, to get off. And I'm going to try and either knock this thing out with the Delphox on the next turn, or knock out the Voltorb with the Pokemon Capture if the coin flip gets ahead. So we're at 20. We've lost 20 damage so far. No, we've taken 20. Don't mind me. I'm simply going to start setting up these Dark Energies on Braixen. I'm going to go for a Pokeball. We get the heads on the first one. I'm definitely taking Delphox. Unfortunately, it's not smart for me to actually evolve yet. Once I get that energy drop on Delphox, then I'll do it. But for now, I'm just going to go for the Flame Tail. It's a guaranteed 60 damage. I'm not losing energy. And I'm not, just because of the HP, I'm not needing to, oh shoot. Well, it doesn't matter. If he gets another energy drop, which I assume he's going to go for the Raging Thunder, which is going to do 40 damage to one of his own bench Pokemon. And he got it, so I'm definitely going to lose Braixen here. That might have been a misplay, but at the same point, Delphox would have died too. I guaranteed 60 damage onto Zapdos. And I am now going to energize the Fennekin. I'm going to Pokeball, hoping to get another Heads. No, I get a Tails. I'm going to get another Pokeball off, and this time I am going to get the Heads. So I'm going to go into that Braixen. Yes, I'm going to go into that Braixen. I'm going to try and Pokemon capture it into the Voltorb. And I do get it, so Voltorb does come out. I will attack it with a Scratch, because I don't think that deck gets any switch initiative on my side. But then again, it's a simple one energy drop onto Voltorb, and he's back in business again. So either way, I might lose this turn. There's the energy drop. He's gonna switch out, and Zapdos is going to come back in. I didn't get any basics, so unfortunately Fennekin is going to fall pretty quickly in our first game, but that's not a bad thing. Like, we got a good test drive, a good run with it, but even though we got the energy drop, an extra prize, it really didn't matter. I had no additional basics, I had nothing to switch into. Zapdos was clearly a better Pokemon than our Delphox, but at least we got a good attempt off, and like, we still did a fair amount of damage, still got some stuff done, but let's definitely get into another game. I'll be right back, guys. Game number 2 is gonna be against Mustang Shock, and he's playing a grass deck. We have advantage. He gets to call the coin flip. He's gonna win it. That's the usual, a little better than normal. But we're gonna get to the wait, what? Okay, we're gonna go first. I don't know what happened there. I thought he won the coin flip, but it doesn't matter. This time around, it's a little different. I don't have a Fennekin in my hand. I might lead the Panseer so I can start drawing a couple extra cards. But I'll definitely be benching the Furfrus and the Poochyena. Maybe just one Furfru, kind of hide that I've got some cards in back. And we're gonna see what our opponent is leading. He's got C-Dots. So we got another Poochyena. Not gonna do us any good. I am going to just energize the Panseer. I'm going to use the Darkness Energy because I find Fire is a little bit more important in this deck. So using the Darkness Energies on the colorless Pokemon are not a bad thing. I can't attack right now. I don't know what I'm doing. So we're simply going to pass the turn over, and we're going to see what these guys can do. I know that they've got Call for Family. He's got a Pansage on the field. And we're going to see a Lucky Helmet onto the C-Dots. So now every time we hit it, it's gonna get some more cards for our opponent. He's gonna Call for Family Atropius. We're going to get another fire energy. I could either collect or go for 3. I think I might actually benefit from doing the damage, even though it would be almost prompt 2 to start setting up Furfru. But I've got it here. I might as well go for the damage. Getting an early prize isn't always a bad thing, but at the same time, I'm only doing 20 damage. Again, I have unlucky ways of getting tails, and at the same point, I guess it would have made this game a little bit more interesting if he didn't go down so quick, so I'm kind of happy. Well, I don't know what I'm saying now. DCE drop onto the Tropius. We're going to see a Semi-Sage evolution, and another call for family, perhaps? Potion. So he's going to completely heal off that C-Dot. And is he going to retreat? No, he's going to call for family again. We're going to see another Pokemon hit the bench. This time it's going to be a Chespin. Kind of fitting. Now I'm going to heavily start setting up Furfru because, first off, I need a secondary attacker, and B, I need someone who can do more than random coin flips. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. That C-Dot is dead. I don't care what you guys are saying. Yes, he got cards. That is fine. I'm getting my first prize, and it is the Fennekin. So he's going to bring up the Tropius. Now, he does need to get another energy on it, but Tropius can hurt, it looks like. And apparently he gets the energy drop, and he gets the heads, so that is a dead Pansear. Oh geez, we're in a tight spot, and this is just the start. I'm starting to wonder if setting up that Pansear was a good idea. We're going to throw in Furfru. I can go for the Tight Jaw. I'm going to put Fennekin on the bench. Energize Furfru. And we're going to go for the Tight Jaw. Hoping we need a Paralyze here. And we do get it, so we can stall out another turn. I will be going most likely for either the... It depends on what the situation is, because he can still... I don't think he can one-shot me right now with Tropius. But at the same time, I'm not in a position to two-shot this thing. It's going to get first hit off... No, I'll get first main hit off on it. It's hard to say. I'm going to try and knock this thing out. I'm going to evolve into Braixen. And with the no energy drop, I have no choice but to go for Tight Jaw and hope for another para. And I do get it. So another stalled turn for us. It's advantageous, especially since he's been drawing a lot more cards. He's had the opportunity to get into more cards than us. He does have that Solar Beam option now. So we desperately... Oh no, the Pokemon Center lady is here to save this guy. We're going to most likely lose Furfru next turn. 80 damage is a lot. Even if I set up Delphox right now, which I'm about to, there isn't really anything I can do since I don't have the energy drops. So I'm going to simply just go for a Tight Jaw. I am so sorry. It's been a busy day. And I failed this time. So unfortunately, Furfru is going to go down. And I am not in a good situation. He does have a 80 base attack that's hitting me on a consecutive basis. He's starting to set up a Quilladin on the other side. Fennekin is just seeming like it's not got that potential to win. We're going to throw up Poochie. So potential energy drops. Maybe get that Will-O-Wisp off. There's our energy drop that we need. I'm going to send that up. I'm going to send up the Furfru. I'm sorry. I'm going to send up the Furfru because at least this way I can survive a hit after Poochyena dies and potentially get a couple energies onto Delphox, potentially getting into that Fire Blast position. Even though at this point it seems I'm still not likely going to take care of this thing. Chestnut is hitting the other side of the field, and he does have that ability, that spiky shield. So regardless of what's going to happen, I'm going to take damage from Chestnut. We're going to see another Quilladin. He played a DC on the... It was either a DCE or a Grass Energy. I apologize for missing it. Poochyena does go down. And we're going to simply set up the Furfrou like I was mentioning. Unfortunately, I'm not getting any energy drops, which is very unfortunate as this deck desperately needs the energy, and there is like 24 energy in here, and we're still not getting any. So, turns over. There's nothing I can do. I set up a Fennekin as another bait if Furfrou goes down from something, because he can retreat and potentially go in. I think Chestnut's attack does 90? It does. So, he opted out of switching, which is still good because now he's got that Tropius still raring to go. We get another Poochyena though, and that means the downfall of Furfrou. It means a lot of bad things. We've had 2 additional turns to try and set up Delphox. We could have been on our 4th turn, getting that Fire Blast, taking care of this threat, and potentially starting to come back. But unfortunately, I don't see us making it here. Furfrou is going to take another hit at the end of this turn, after we see the energy drop on the C-Dot. Here's our attack on the Furfrou, and unfortunately, that's another prize for our opponent. At this moment in time, he has a 2 prize to 5 lead, and I do not see us coming back here, because I cannot send Delphox in. Delphox is our win condition, but I do need energy, and I got a Mighty Yena. These are not the cards I need right now. I can't believe the amount of energy you're not pulling here. This, unfortunately, is going to be the end of the game. At the end of this turn, I'm just going to concede. Only because it's not worth playing through this entire time. Wasting everybody's time on a game that is definitely inevitable that we've lost it. So, I'm going to call it here. I'm going to concede the game. And, unfortunately, Fennekin did not live up to the hype I was hoping for. Even though it had those lower cost energy attacks, without the energy, it means nothing. So, unfortunately, Fennekin goes down, hoping that Froakie has a little bit better luck next time. But until then, thank you for watching. Hit a like button if you liked the video. Hit a thumbs down button if you think the video is kind of poop. And, either that or leave a comment and at least suggest some stuff that I can improve on. Until next time, though, thank you for watching. Time